Alright. Danganronpa, Part 6, Chapter 5. Let's get it. So, left off. Sakura died. She ended up killing herself, so she was the one who was the blackened, and because of that, there wasn't a punishment, but Monokuma found alter ego, destroyed her as punishment. After the fact, we gotta explore now, because Sakura died, so there's probably more floors. And fucking probably the 5th floor opened up, I would assume. If I had to make an educated guess. And Kyoko told us about the mysterious 16th student, which is Mukuro Ikusaba, I believe was the name. And, yeah, that's about it. That's the recap. So let's find the stairs to the 5th floor, because that's probably where we have to go. What do you know? It is. So let's do that. Let's see what's up here. What the fuck? There's like an outside. So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up until now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Yeah, is this like windows or like no? That's just like open. Because I think below is like the 1st floor. You have the windows where you can see all this. So weird. So we have the classrooms, a karate room, like a judo room, I'm guessing, a garden, and this science room. We have like a physics lab. So dojo, class 5A, 5B. There's 5C. Oh, there's 3 classrooms? Did I not see that? Oh, there is 3. Weird. On the other floor, I think it's only 2. I think that's wrong. Bio lab, okay. And garden, yeah. Oh, whoops, I wanted to check, is there anyone? Next, 5A, so Toko's in 5B, and we go to 5C as well. So, and that's right next to me, so let's go. Who's that supposed to be? Alright. Huh? Does she want to talk to me about something? Toko, what's wrong? Oh, that's right. Byakuya told her to that she can't say anything, so she's just shut up. Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. Guess she gave up. Alright, well. That will totally not be a hindrance in any way, shape, or form later on. Oh, you're just like hanging out? This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. I mean, besides everything else of the school, yeah. This is just like a narrow-ass hallway. I hate that. Alright, well. Oh, why is the music changing? What the fuck is this? What the... Yeah, exactly. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, and possibly rank.
I see.
Smells awful, doesn't it? It's... must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying... It's the smell of death. Their flesh is fat and blood. There's no surprise in his voice. No shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong. Condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have.
Hey,
What, my fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. No, it's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yep, let me give you an itty-bitty, eegee-squeegee little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait. I can't
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? I mean, I would assume this is the tragedy that they were talking about that closed down the school. But why would you leave it as is? There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? Seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floors. How many bodies were there? See this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You only see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Am I investigating the door now? Nope. Alright, what you got, Byakuya? Byakuya? About what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard? Or is he just flat out ignoring me? Can't investigate the clock? Or like, you know, the whole eye for an eye thing? Well, this is pretty fucked. Well, hey Hina, don't go in there. In the meanwhile... I'm assuming I can check that, yeah. Sure, we'll go down creepy hallway. That says raw. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. I came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says biolab. Biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. Kinda sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. There's something behind me? God, I feel like it's a chase sequence and I hate it. To the garden, I guess. And then the dojo. Big open door. Okay, so it's right next from each other. Okay, I see. Anything here? Nope. Alright. This looks nice at the very least. And I'm guessing like a projector for a blue sky.
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling. Oh, fair enough.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. Helps me relax. That's not what you're thinking, is it? Huh? Why? Is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. When they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh.
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well,
I'm serious. But are you for serious? Wait, what the fuck is this? Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? Okay. Yes! Yes! This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that. Seems safe. What's up, chickens? Hell yeah. It's a chicken. Really is, right? Like, can I say that for sure? Can I pet them? Let me pet them. It's a chicken. It's not like gonna lay a bomb, is it? It's a chicken. It's not expecting to be fed like humans, is it? Okay, it's chicken. It's really alive, right? There's no mistake. Doesn't have like a second form. Okay, I thought one of them would give me a coin, and that didn't happen. So I'm a little disappointed. Step away from the chicken coop. Unfortunately. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Hell yeah. Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them. Okay, cool. This is gonna be a thing. Exactly. 5. You know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30%.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. So what the hell is this? Is like temperature controller? There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers? Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. Sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission. Of course, the settings panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 every morning. Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyways.
Yes.
Or do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone! Oh no. What's in here? Just to be sure, I should take a look at that in that tool shed. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. I'm leaning against the back wall. Is that a pickaxe? Welcome to my... Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. Ooh, coin. There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? I mean, ideally, yes. Oh. Oh, there's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Yeah, it was, fucking Mondo's, like, gang. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually gonna take care of the lawn? And flower pots. So many flower pots, big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. The tool shed, yes. And those are some big ass beetles. Or black ups. Oh, what is this? This thing is super weird. Super weird. Super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Watch out! What? That's a Monokuma Flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it, you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and your flesh is all like, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student that helps peak at an improvement after improvement. It created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore, they died during the tragedy.
Actually...
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
Wow.
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself. Spotting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I better keep my distance. Well, this is definitely getting involved in the next murder. Along with the 7:30 thing, it's like, oh, someone died, and there's blood, but it happened in the morning. It's like, you're a liar, because it's 7:30, and the water would have gone off and wiped away the blood. So it had to be after the fact. Is this pretty? Suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here, and it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? A little bit. It's totally enclosed, cherry tree, yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was something different. The straw post used for sword practice. Do they use it for training here too? You can also see the lockers. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. Wooden lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. The target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Yukiro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. Alright. I also don't think I talked to Yasuhiro. Oh, never mind then. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. Once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. It's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field the basketball team.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but... Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor, either.
So.
When I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 4th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? What do you ask?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Something on all the other floors, but not the 5th floor. Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? No, maybe that makes sense, but I didn't notice it right away. Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
Finally started to get a clear picture of the school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery.
But
But that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, he is right. Everything will be okay. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. Biolab, huh? Wonder what's in there.
could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or a tyrant, or...
But
We're not in a horror game, though. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about it.
Naturally.
Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right, too. Oh, boy. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement. Smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Every body smell concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the hell happened to that room?
So, in other words,
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
it can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? We think of the same thing then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. That was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
in other words,
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's true,
it's all clear now.
that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its door.
Hey.
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful, super awfully awful. You're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it not one of us has heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up?
You know?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found one more thing to be worried about. Oh, more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed. Monokuma said that was called Monokuma Flower. I can't fucking speak today. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
For serious.
It's totally a man-eating plant. Pretty sure it's different from the ones that lives in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch cold.
yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. Not to get worried about you, hero. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. And if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. So, what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it. Oh boy. Hey, Byakuya, seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. Ah, I forgot about that. Jesus, man. I know you like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously, you're just gonna take it? Shut up. And don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this. A knife. Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
Well,
Not what I know.
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
what's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
And that's that. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear now.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do that as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. Guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Ah, do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Huh? 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 Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange. So strange. Really strange. Oh no. That was a terrible laugh. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Is that it? I think I talked to everyone already, so...
hey,
Fire room was the only one locked. What's in there? Can't go running off now. I have to hear what the others have to say. I thought I spoke with everyone. You want to talk to Byakuya again? Strange room on the 5th floor. Yep. Just in that room. That was a tragedy half a year ago.
In other words,
Yep. I don't know what else. I thought I talked to everyone, so I should go through again.
Yeah.
Check all the windows. Yep.
You know?
They guarded. Oh, that's right. He had the 3 things. Chicken coop. That's right. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right. 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up to be big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken or barbecue. Decisions. Oh. Or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right? Pretty sure that'd kill you.
You know?
We're garden and then the tool shed. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe?
what?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed. The words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond? Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
it's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Huh? Where? Ah, that's it. I remember. Yep. It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mondo must have stuck it in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here, and Monokuma confiscated it? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed, the pickaxe connected to Mondo. But what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Huh? Then what did?
Yo!
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we could use it to call for help. Are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
Heck!
I don't know. Maybe I could use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles. And we can use those to call for help. What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know?
You know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now. So, now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way.
Jeez, how cocky could you be? You're gonna burst through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So, what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity.
Well...
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope Peaks Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant, even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but... So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? It's a good point, because I don't think I knew that answer. Now that you mention it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't. What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean... amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
This is...
You can't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However...
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey.
What are you gonna do? Hear me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Just hold on, a threat like that.
That's fine.
Fine, I understand. Good, you're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and gave him the key. Yep. Held out her room key to him.
Can't be.
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because...
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
However...
Worst school, where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that? Huh?
Hey.
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us, and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but...
I think you went too far, taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her, enjoying getting yelled at.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating. It grates on me. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, the situation is just like before. So different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. Okay. What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
I mean...
Cause, look! Oh. It's you! How long have you been standing there? I'm very...
Now I'm really angry.
He said it himself. Angry at what? At the thief! Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you, there's a thief in your midst. What?
Hey,
My precious! They stole it! You're precious?
I had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. But what the heck is your precious? Shut up. I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
So,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? Likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? If that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Also, how did she get away with it with all these cameras everywhere?
This is as such. Soon the doors to the dining. Okay then. Sweet dream.
Uh-oh, we need to get out of here.
You know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well,
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Is there something I can do? Something I can... Yep. As I opened my eyes, I realized I fell asleep without realizing it. More important, did I hear the doorbell? It's not gonna be Kyoko, is it? Because the game was like, hey, 3 days later, something happened. And it told me this ahead of time. So, I'm assuming this is not Kyoko. It is Kyoko. Instantly wrong.
Hey,
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. Hey, wait, Kyoko. Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depth of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Hey, at least close my door. So, like, nobody gets a knife.
hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used to it. Indeed.
so then,
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
That's right. So I was right. What did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key? Looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It's probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
so,
From the headmaster's room. What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
however,
The lock was broken. What?
correct,
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
That's right. So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
Correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. Then what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words,
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the mastermind was probably the headmaster was probably the mastermind? I was gonna say that fucking mastermind twice.
wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have any proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway,
This key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
so...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. You want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? There's more than one person watching us.
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey,
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're gonna run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I'm gonna help but just stand there and listen.
hey,
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. All they need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we could exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. But I think what might happen if we fail,
why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much, after all. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery, am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He can just kill us all without a second thought.
I see.
I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words,
In other words, we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But
if you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
we know the danger. But if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey.
Am I wrong? That moment, I finally realized. I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us, and with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens,
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it, just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well,
Something. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. This is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was a sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine. I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out here. I've got a bone to pick with you. Then a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out.
Hey!
Hey, by the way, huh?
Most
What were you, Kyoko, up to? Going to the bathhouse? Just the two of you? In the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm and wet. So wet and warm. I bet you guys were moved to conform with local and international censorship laws. All over her, didn't you? Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-related exploits. Oh, so is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse? Bullseye. Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you couldn't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went through all that trouble to get me out here, so now what do you want? Oh, well, there's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella.
Actually,
But in their kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually there is. Seriously?
my
Then,
entire
what am I?
existence. This is
That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible, no, but... Is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me?
Unbelievable.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me. You're not gonna ask something useful, like how to get the best honey or Ursine breeding tips? This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you? God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. What was that second thing? It's a blank oh, it actually is a blank. Okay. I mean, obviously it was, but still, that's funny. It's a blank, stupid. A secret. Fill it in yourself. You're making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Woo! I hope I kept him distracted long enough. All I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko, after all. I'm sure she's fine. Right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Chunsoft Company Limited.
Oh. Oh, I wasn't expecting this at all. What the fuck is happening? Okay. Sakura's Revenge, the game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been cancelled. Of course, if enough people buy Danganronpa, who knows? So buy copies for you and all your friends. Hope Speak Academy School Store, TGS Bridge. What the fuck was that about? This super stylish, super fashionable game was cancelled during development? But it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well.
You guys have to recommend it to your friends, too!
That's why I'm playing this game. Someone recommended it to me.
Good morning, everyone! Get ready to...
My body feels so heavy this morning. Must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. Also, where did Kyoko go to? I'm assuming she just never slept. It sounds like her. Anyone out and about? Where's Kyoko's room anyways? Oh, it's like right next to mine. Huh. Anyone? Doesn't look like it. Fair enough. In a corner? Nope. Alright.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work? Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Huh? I just thought, I mean, since the day had passed, it had made me reset. Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign from my neck that says, "Bad girl." I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. It's no use. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko? Haven't seen her this morning.
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday, and she's not going to show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just to keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have our key, right?
What's this?
Ah, are you looking for Miss Kitty Kitty? What? What do you want now?
Hey! Hey!
I'm right? You're wondering where Miss Kitty Kitty is, right? Do you know where she is? Well, it's hard to say. Huh? You don't know either?
What?
Because he doesn't know. That's why he's here. To try and prod us for information. Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they name some indie bullcrap?
This is very suspicious.
I feel like I'm getting whiplash the way he changes subjects like that. Thank goodness. Looks like Monokuma really didn't notice. So I guess our plan went off just fine last night. Which could mean...
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Could she have been right about that?
Hey! Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss Kitty Kitty. Any idea where she might have gone? We have no idea. And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you.
What the heck?
You're serious. I see. Well, fine. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Sayonara, suckers. As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So, what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how can he not know where she is?
Yeah, totally.
So strange. Kyoko must have used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school. But somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice? Where could it be? We spent the rest of our breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. What free time could I possibly do at this point? Whew! Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. Sure, I guess. Well, if the headmaster's room is here, right? Yeah. It's supposedly, well, she has the key to it. No, Sakura unlocked it. So we should be able to, in theory, go in. Or not. It's locked. Kyoko said Sakura had broken the lock on this door. Does that mean it's been fixed already? Well, I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Fair enough. I don't know, I could try the fucking data center. Just out of curiosity. Nope. Door won't budge. That's fine. Is everyone on the 5th floor? Looks like it. Guess I'll be hanging out with Hina. Dojo, I think, right? Yeah, dojo. Alright. You know, I didn't check all the rooms. All the classrooms. Maybe there was another picture. Should probably do that.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, you have to endure. Endure, endure.
Oh.
That's a quote from the famous marathon runner Samuel Wanjiru. But every person's endurance has a limit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to change of pace. When I think of change of pace,
You got it.
I can only think 50 laps in the pool. I changed my pace with Hina in the pool. Go a little closer. Do I have a present? I think I do. If I had a donut, that'd probably be the best, right? Considering how much she likes donuts. I think she also just likes food in general. So that should be good. Fuck is this? Made from seeds and coconut fiber. They use the Buddhist prayers. You determine your wish based on how you position the arms and legs. Okay. Sure, I'll go with the curry. Hey, you want curry? You like food, right? Yep. Yokota, it's like you read my mind. Which means she liked it. Something wrong, Hina? I reached my limit.
Just a second.
I'm stuck in here. Can't do any sports. Can't do anything. I'm sick of it. I want to get out under the sun and do some laps. Run a marathon. I want to do some real sports. Hina, calm down, or okay? Can't do anything in here. If I can't move around, I'm gonna die, like a bunny rabbit. But I always heard rabbits die from loneliness.
That's terrible.
Whatever. We're gonna die if I can't get some proper physical activity. Don't you think that's a little extreme?
What the heck?
You think I'm kidding, don't you? They seriously can't sit still, you know? Why else would I have joined the 6 sports team at school? 6?
That's right.
Yeah. Track, basketball, softball, volleyball, tennis, and the big one. The big one? She got to our main sport, but ran out of juice. I think it's gotta be, swimming. The main sport is swimming, right? Yeah, you got it. I don't even care what stroke it is. Just get me in a pool under the blue sky. But isn't it hard to do that many sports even for you?
Well,
If I can't move, I'll just shrivel up and die. And I need a challenge. More and more new stuff to try. A challenge?
cause, I mean,
What I really love about sports isn't winning, you know? It's having to fight and struggle and give it all you got to reach the top. It's that excitement, that fear that you might suffer a heartbreaking loss.
but...
When you finally reach that goal, it's just lonely. It's lonely at the top, you know? Never really got into sports, so I couldn't really relate to what she was talking about. But I can tell that the reason Hina was so amazing was how hard she could fight and struggle. So that's why I want to push myself as hard as possible when it comes to swimming. I want to aim for the very highest mountaintop. Highest mountaintop?
Okay.
Talking about the gold medal, of course. Aim for the gold, even if it means I'm a super gold spaz. Did she just call herself? Okay, but if that's what you want, isn't that all the more reason? You have a goal, or are you standing around making excuses? Excuses?
Just a second.
Hey, when did I ever make any excuses? Sure, maybe we're stuck in here right now, with no way out. But if you really want to make an effort, shouldn't you try to see what you can do in here? That's the challenge. You just made an official challenge.
Yeah, totally.
But I think you're right. If I want to get that gold medal, I have to make every effort I can. I want to become a genius of effort. I bet Ian Thorpe said something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't go around making excuses just because we're stuck in here. Alright, I'm gonna go do some push-ups in my room. Like maybe 1,000 or something. Almost before she was done talking, Hina took off like a bat out of hell. She recovered exactly as fast and strong as I would have expected. Wow. More skill points. Interesting. I thought it was done. So we're all done. I head back to my room for a little while. Feeling even worse than I did this morning. My body feels like lead and I'm getting chills. It's bad. I think I might be getting sick. Not good. You always have to have a sick part of the game or anime. Anyways, like I said, I didn't check 5A or 5C. Actually, no, 5C is the bloodied one. So I didn't check 5A. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Nighttime secrets. Fair enough. Just wondering if there would be another picture. I feel like the game would have pointed it out to me, but still, you never know. So then where's everyone? Well, since I can get more things, let's go talk to Byakuya. Since Kyoko's gonna be nowhere to be found. Scurrying around again, huh? Okay, you makes me physically ill.
That's fine.
Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. A little closer. I don't think I have anything you would like.
So, in other words...
Just to be clear, being the ultimate affluent progeny is only one of my many talents. Some people think I rely on the care and protection of the Togami name. Is this a monologue or something? But I don't rely on my family. Rather, I am my family's savior. The Togami Corporation reaches across the world, true, but it will take us to even greater heights. It's expected of me, naturally. After all, even my own family has recognized my ultimate superiority. In other words, even among the Togami family, I am the chosen among the chosen. So much confidence.
Naturally.
And that confidence is justified, I assure you. It comes from the battles I fought and won. Battles? I am personally worth over $4 billion, separate from my Togami family assets. How the heck did you make that much money?
In other
The
words...
stock market. Oh boy. I buy and sell shares and assets based on market trends, all within a single day.
Yes.
Surely, even someone as simple-minded as you has heard of this technique. So he buys and sells stuff on the stock market, doing everything in a single day. I think that's called day trading. Talking about day trading, right? You were able to make $4 billion doing that?
That's right.
Well, I first started doing it just to keep myself occupied. Before I knew it, there it was. It's really not a big deal. I'd say it's a super big deal. Wait, are our high schoolers even allowed to buy stocks and stuff?
Don't make me repeat
I'm
myself.
Byakuya Togami. Is that meant to be an explanation? $4 billion is nothing to the Togami Corporation, but for personal use, it's not bad. So now you understand, right? I'm not merely the child of modern-day nobility. No, Byakuya. Maybe we should start calling you the ultimate day trader. Oh, I don't do that anymore. It was too simple, so I got bored of it pretty quickly. Jeez, do you realize how insulting that sounds to the rest of us? Of course, that's how I feel about anything I do. Frankly, life is too easy. It's only natural for me to do whatever I want in this world. Man, he really is confident. We're like worlds apart. Galaxies apart. More skill points. Cool. Still reeling from Byakuya's story, I went back to my room. Assuming it's nighttime now. Yep. Creepy music. I'm getting the chills. Feel kinda dizzy. Can't help it. I need sleep. Hey, we're gonna lock our door this time? Because Kyoko just fucking busted it last time. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body has reached its limit. As I jumped onto my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Oh, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness, which is all to say... I was restless. Why are you sleeping in, like, your full fucking clothes? At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice. It's so familiar. Ah, it's...
I understand.
It's myself. It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
Is something like playing in my ears or something?
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
What the fuck? Did I just get stabbed?
Kyoko? What did you say?
You've got to be fucking kidding me. You can't just... Ah, my God. What the fuck was that? Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days. Days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormality is as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
Good morning. Get ready to
It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. Let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy. They had all disappeared in the night. All that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either, but also the dream I'd had. What the hell was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab onto fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever and couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice. I didn't really understand. And then... all of a sudden, I was awake. And there was a strange person standing next to my bed, wearing a mask. And they were holding a knife. I want to say I fought them off, but I don't actually remember. Felt like my mind has been detached from my body, burning up with a fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own. Because of that, I don't remember what really happened. But still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember... Kyoko was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? Well, the fucking drawer, does it still have the knife? I put the desk drawer in. Huh? It's empty. There's nothing inside. Wait, nothing inside? That's strange. Because it definitely wasn't it definitely was before. Positive I put the knife I got from Toko in here. Wait, that means... Yeah, it's fucking real, my guy. The knife they told me to keep safe. I knew it. I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this makes even less sense. Why would someone want to attack me? And who was behind that mask? And why was Kyoko? What the hell is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall, then I can talk to everyone else about it. Yeah, so that's fucking weird. Now the question is that really the 16th student? Or was it actually Kyoko? Is Kyoko Ikusaba? Is she the 16th student? Probably not.
Hey, Makoto.
Hi, Makoto. Yep, that's Makoto. Sure as the sky's blue. Hey, Hina. Okay. Really had me worried, you know. What happened to you last night? Worried? Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. You were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. You thought maybe you'd been, you know. I mean, not that that actually happened. I mean, nobody here would want to, you know. So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. Why did you come to get me? Did something happen? Oh, well, lots of stuff, actually. I'm not sure I can really explain. Let's go meet up with everyone else, and they can tell you all about it. So, is everyone waiting for somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. Whole night? I lost that rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's at the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. The gym? Why is everyone in the gym? For the entire night? Fast travel. To the gym. Yeah, what the fuck happened? There he is.
Huh?
This is worse than being late for your wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral, all at once.
What?
Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed? Just like Hida said, everyone was there, besides Kyoko. And then I noticed they'd form a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was, what the? Before I could catch myself, I'd cried out. Oh, what the fuck? Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but... What is this? What are you guys doing? Yeah, what the fuck happened? Hello? Looks like it's been professionally disassembled. How's that possible? Tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
What?
Idiot, if you hadn't been sleeping in, you'd already know what's going on.
Hey, come
Well,
on.
I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like you. Bianca found this little fellow laying around, then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
What?
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try and talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma lay there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. It was a master stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote-controlled toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunction, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break
So
down,
in other words,
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected. Can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected? They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror.
Could it be?
Maybe they got sick or something. Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that, if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light conversation.
No?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? Oh yeah, that's right, because they blew up earlier. When Monto threw it, I think. Super bad, we need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements, it's sure to go off. Motion sensor? For serious? Oh, I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Ah. You're so not fine. You're all like, ah! Oh, I probably should have mentioned. The motion sensor is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on. The century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever. Just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging onto it's not going to do any good. Oh yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. Why would you put it right fucking next to you? Hero put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? Well, what could it have been? When I thought about it, I couldn't help but think back to the night before, being attacked by that masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Don't huh us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Farm animal? Christ. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance. Wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there,
What?
if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You can be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
This is a battle. A fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else. But we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you going to do? Are you going to run away, or are you going to fight? You're right. I'll go with you.
It's all clear now.
Okay then. We're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, Master, to all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man, and I can do this. I've got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the gym. The target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. Oh, fuck off. Why is it like this already? Is everyone, like, just hanging out? Naturally, Master's the one to show such bravery. Just make sure you don't get in his way.
okay.
Sakura's gonna be watching over us, so we're definitely gonna find something to help us bring this to an end. We finally reached the climax, so let's hurry up and finish it before the mastermind catches us all. No, we're only halfway through the game. You told me that.
Let's go.
This is where we expose every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? Yeah, I guess I'll open the door. It's locked, as expected. So, what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious? We're going to tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we're in there,
So in other words...
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
What?
we've come this far, we can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. So beautiful.
I mean...
We're serious?
What the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
Actually...
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy.
Hmm.
Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Pickaxe? Okay, what about that one thing? I think of the tool shed.
Oh, so
Oh yeah,
then.
the pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you, Time Master, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long, and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable! With that, Toko ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey.
We're serious, though. Are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem. No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger. Kyoko told me that.
Spend all your time trying to avoid danger. You'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all No, I'm totally flabstaff. Fap sauce? Gross, where'd that come from? Wait, Genocide Jill? Where'd you come from?
You called for me and so I appeared.
Hello, hello. It's the murderous fiend, here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile. The pickaxe. Seeping imbecile? Oh, Master, you moved me with your executive level barbs. Bourgeois, here comes the bloody nose. Seriously, though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids. That's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes.
Ah, the light bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. One more mystery. Yep.
You reached that
Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like, missing out on life.
you gotta be kidding.
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What? What did you find? Or puss?
You SOB.
Oh, did you hear me? I said corpse. Corpse.
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden?
What did you
Well
say?
then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. All right. As soon as we enter the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but that explains why she switched. I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face, and there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? Sure, but who is it? I mean, if it's not Kyoko, then that's fucking wild. Just to make things clear, last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. Whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
We need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Okay. Be first things first, take off the fucking mask. We need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? Aren't those Kyoko's shoes? And is it? That looks like her. The fingernails look bloodied or painted, but that looks like Kyoko's shoes. But then they wind up dead in here. Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. Actually pink. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Careful you don't touch it, it gets them on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. Pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Oh, how can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of their curved chest, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... Okay, then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't! by the time he called out, it was already too late. Kyoko's hand shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant... Oh, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, 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 it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body. It's burnt to a crisp. That's well beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. You'll never be able to eat steak again. Also, where's Toko? Now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. Are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, then we'll quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. What? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious. I agree. Normally, the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's a 16th student, possibly. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here at the school. I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusawa is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female? That would match the body's characteristics. In that phrase, the ultimate despair, sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. Maybe some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
What?
What? Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. Huh? What just happened? Master,
Stop talking.
you declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Okay. Right now, to focus on the body. I should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Well, this is a bit fucked. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Okay, I wanted to see the fucking hand. It's not gonna like it's gonna fly away. Something next to the body. It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? What did you steal?
So,
I stole this. The key. Looking at it, I can tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. It's probably the key to the data center. And this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. Kono, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words...
Biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? Oh, we're just leaving right now? Like, by myself? Are you insane? It's probably the data center. But I'll check the... I'm gonna check the data center. I want to do that first. It looks like an electronic key. Also, he said the dorm room on the second floor. Weird. Anyways. I want to check the data center because maybe because it's an electronic key, you can only use it once, so you gotta pick a room. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I insert the key I found in the garden into the keyhole. Yep, it fits. This is the key to the data center. Managed to unlock the data center. Guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. Immediately headed back to the garden. Oh, okay. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center, down to the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? Suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door's still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have a coda. What?
In other words...
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I mean, I'm also the ultimate lucky student, right? So I wouldn't die.
Okay.
Because people die when they're killed. It'll be fine. Makoto's on the job. Not that that's any kind of guarantee. Not a guarantee. Yikes. I'm totally sure there won't be another kaboom. We're serious. But just to be safe, I'm gonna go stand somewhere else. Surprised you're standing so close. Master told you he trusts you. Master told you that. Well, don't let it get to your head. I'm so not happy about any of this. I said I trust you. You now have an obligation to live up to that trust. Alright, my man. I reached out, I put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. The silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Hiro extended the trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. Dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras of the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? And this room is
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. And I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it could only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusawa, and she was the Mastermind. And the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it? Who what? But if the mastermind's really dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole.
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on.
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Oh, what about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whatever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered.
But
Why is it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind.
I'm telling you.
Now, do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The mastermind's purpose, and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time in here. Okay then, let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. The store is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. Door's locked, huh? What if you use that key on this, that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. Won't even fit in the keyhole. No.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Ina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. That's not true at all.
What's your problem?
Hurry up and find something for Master. Alright, I'm just fucking talk to you guys.
um,
I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Why was the mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find out the identity and purpose of the mastermind. Alright. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we can watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, we can watch TV. Let's do it. Come on.
You know?
Oh, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic, and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Did you not fucking turn it on? Hello?
Okay.
Hey, you still don't have the TV fixed?
You know?
Just give me some time, okay? Gotta make sure we can drive spaceship Earth safely. I think I know what you're trying to say, but I also think I have no idea. Well, he's having a fucking trip. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego? You may well be right about that.
What?
There's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. What a map. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. The mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this... Huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership?
You know?
Huh? Oh. What's wrong? Good news for you all, for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. Think I got the TV working. Really? All we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room,
What the
isn't it?
heck?
Huh? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Here we went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually.
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Huh? What? What?
What?
Been a while, you friggin' bastards. Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course!
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. Been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. Makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And then he goes around. And that's that. Oh, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me
No,
out of here.
we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
well now.
Phew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. Guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. Huh? But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal? But it's just us, standing here. Ugh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Chills! Kills!
Yep, I knew it. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. The best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
actually...
What if they already did? Huh?
Yes, indeed!
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's the secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course!
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of... Why did it take so long is the better question.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you...
Huh? Class trial? Do you mean... I'm not doing all that.
It's the Monokuma file!
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Can't wait! I can't wait!
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we can get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusawa was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma's still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusawa, is dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Self? Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying. No.
Huh?
How, but you just said.
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable amount of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck me! Holy shit! I wasn't expecting a fucking riff right off the bat. Hell yeah! Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. We're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Monokuma file 5. Fuck me, this is so good. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. The knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. What's this? Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this? That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Remember the person in the mask was that attacked me last night. They were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... How many times did we just switch back and forth to the same fucking scenes? When they attacked, I was in some kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then If this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. while that is a good question, and a very good possibility that I did it, I doubt it. Also, the knife has no blood on it. So, I don't think that is the knife, unless someone watched it. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. The body was found, huh? Just look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Monokuma's announcement will be up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Around 9 o'clock, I think. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Where the body was found. Oh no. Because we found it at 9, and the sprinklers go off, and it washed the blood off the knife. God, I fucking called it that something stupid's gonna happen like that. Good time, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, and Hida and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So where, precisely, were you? I'm telling you the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. The only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh, fucking boots. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. It explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned off. There's only one little piece left. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Huh? Something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. What the fuck? There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? Got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but looks like a picture of a dog or something. Never seen anything like it before. Did anyone we know have red nails? These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so you can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. Oh, that's like a... Oh. I was gonna say that was a control panel, but that looks fine. This is the panel that controls sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Yep. So which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30, before 9 o'clock. Bianca, what do you gotta say?
In other words,
All four of us have anti alibis. Ones who don't have alibis need Kyoko.
that's right.
It really is Kyoko. Don't have one. Yep. Kyoko. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to fate anymore. I mean, to be fair, there's no blood. It's just a body. Listen, Makoto. You remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right. It was wearing some kind of mask. Big and white. And a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of his stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood of the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. Or for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any of it on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Let's check the chickens. Are the chickens okay? I read there were some chickens in the chicken coop. No! No! Count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Same, man. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was out here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 4 to 5 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Oh yeah, the plant. The Monokuma Flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. I don't know, you never know, man. I guess we check the tool shed, right? Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized, in other words, pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Probably look into that. Could be related to the case. I don't think so, or at least if it wasn't dirty. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the other side is totally clean, completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Yeah, pretty much. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. Into her room.
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Or at the very least, watch me as I do so. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later. At the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I'm dumb, so I don't know where that is. So hopefully, the map will tell me. Music fucking kicks ass, though. Monica was laying dismantled on the floor, but figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, the bomb. That makes sense. I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden... I mean, alright. The bomb was like a metallic black, and that's like a stone brown kind of thing. That doesn't look anything similar. I guess maybe because it's like the black of the metal's like dirtied. That's fair. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Just head back to the garden next. Yeah. Oh boy. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
Wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And then... And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. What does Kyoko's room look like? Very sparse. So this is Kyoko's room. Oh, what the fuck is this? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it
possible.
is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Dojo? Yep. Yeah, might as well check everything here, right? Here's her bed. Don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. I don't know, man. Or the mattress? Can't check her door. Okay, girl's bathroom's locked. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles taking out to dry, but I did not look inside. That's fair. To the dojo. No, you're police. Why? Police. Alright. I guess I have to talk to Byakuya first. Before I go.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Oh, what's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. Wait, we're gonna open it now? What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. Like I fucking said, under the fucking bed.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it be? Man, like I fucking checked. What, could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets. What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class up number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she stuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. So this is just Kyoko, right? She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Yep, she mentioned she spent time overseas. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. That explains the tattoo. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. Then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard that says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Oh, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
What have you got there? What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found their profile. So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words.
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The
indeed.
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. He's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account. That also probably means when we inspected the corpse, it mentioned that it had a bunch of cuts and scars on it, so that's probably what that is. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such a...
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
Certainly.
Perhaps she's the one who's killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikosawa isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words...
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Fuck yeah, the song's back. Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? There are wooden lockers here. They use wood lock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Koto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? Use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Probably that's what the marks on the head were. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. Wonder what this was used for. Is that bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth points. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Pinocchio? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Is it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Library? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there's a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Leonka seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Oh.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Fuck, man. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said that Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean Kuriko Sava's profile has been updated? Oh boy. Jesus Christ.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Well, that was different. The time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
Right.
It seemed that way. Let's go. Fuck me, dude. I have no clue this time on how anything fucking happened. Normally, I give up my theory, be like, oh yeah, this and that. And I have a few that I've said, but what the fuck happened? No idea. Also, oh, we showed up together. I was about to say, where the fuck is Byakuya? Well, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. We heard that voice. We all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. We need to save some time for the fun later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right. Now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
but
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Yeah, they do look like her boots. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Took some time to get over to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? So... 1. Save. Because always. You gotta be careful. Secondly... Okay, I didn't need a third time. Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. She said second floor of the dorms, right? But what is that exactly? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Yeah, this is different again.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Ah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class struggle. Yes, I would like to save again, please. And thank you. I can only put 2 more. And that's too much, so nope. I can open the ebook later. Let's go. Just jump right into it.
Let's begin with a basic If you can figure it, then I'll punish everyone besides. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
I just noticed now, it says 5th murder case in the circle spinning. I never noticed that the text said that.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Oh, that's a ghost!
Christ almighty.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
What important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her? I mean, I would assume the gloves, right?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse is Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to figure it out. Let's go. Oh, fuck me. Tattoo on right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
because I'm not stupid now and I know how to open this. Fake nails, exploded body analysis, try a tattoo on the right hand.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Thank you, Byakuya. I know that body is a Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it. Yep. Nice.
Kyoko
It's
there
the
is
body
just a
analysis, right?
ghost.
Yep. Soaking wet, made dry. Notably long fake nails. What's with the fake nails, right? That's the only thing that makes sense. It just says that the body exploded.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Yeah.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then
I think it's the fake nails.
gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
I-
absolutely
Hello?
Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I think I took too long to shoot, and it didn't fucking hit. Okay.
Then prove the dead body was.
Yep.
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is
I
absolutely
don't know what the
Kyoko.
fuck is happening there, and why I
This
didn't, like,
entire
even
discussion
deny it.
is idiotic.
Hello? I know the body isn't Kyoko's, I know I can prove it. Fake fucking nails, as far as I know. I just know why the game's not, like, telling me yes or no. Hello?
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Thank you. Fucking Christ. I don't know what happened those two other times.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Yeah, and that's gonna be the hardest part. Also, why is it that, like, we can't start the trial unless everyone's there, but the 16th student doesn't have to show up?
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Hmm. The one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body.
If
So does-
Kyoko
oh,
really is
please.
still alive,
Yeah, it's a
There's
tattoo.
gotta be I don't think so. And there wasn't any description in the... Well, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong.
Being patient pays off. Just fucking listen.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Alright then.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
We compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should be clear.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... dog? I mean... oh, wolf. That's fair. Yay, fun filler minigame. So hard.
Now I understand.
I say as I couldn't get, like, Schizo from, like, the second fucking trial.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah, that's true.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Well, they're the ultimate soldier, to
Maybe
be
we
fair.
shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this, no matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
It's either me, Kyoko, or the killer killed themselves.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
It is true.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Well, so what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then. Looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up at the garden. Yeah, because the knife does have blood, plus the sprinklers and everything.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
I believe it's the sprinklers part. Sprinklers program to come out at 7:30. It's impossible to change. Can we assume that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet? What's the other one? Sprinklers.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Exploded body analysis, I think it was. Because of this, upper half was soaking while the bottom half remained dry. Yep, and Makoto didn't have an alibi for most of the
From
time.
10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens at the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry, in which case I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, from 7:30.
What? Oh, Makoto just came here like that. Makes me something weird's going on. Fuck. I thought it was the time right there with the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Yeah,
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
correct.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I
Damn.
should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry. Occasionally, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've
Yeah, the explosion burnt it. Is it not the sprinklers? What happens near the dead body? I don't think there's anything. Oh, do I use the sprinklers on the 10:30 part?
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
There we go. Yep.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare
what?
you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh, that's right. She got exploded, so she probably doesn't know.
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. There's no way that Toko did it, right?
I admit
Fish.
nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! You don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything!
Oh, that's right. I have to pick the right bullet.
How can
Okay.
you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Thankfully, it was only one bullet. I did remember. I had to fucking pick the right bullet.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac! I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
Tossed a bucket of water. Yeah, she was genocide Jill
while the
then.
body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd
That's...
just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting it down!
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
It's hard.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene that was used to cover the body could have been art.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But there's no blood. The body.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Body before the explosion, exploded body analysis, and fragments near the dead body.
By covering the body with the tarp.
So, exploded body analysis, upper half on fire, body dry. Then there's before. Corpse and head. Corpse had a mask covering its head, white jacket. There were blood stains around the wound. Blood was still wet. There was no blood around the ground of the body.
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, it's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Also, I think that's the first time Makoto actually talked during the non-stop debate. I might be wrong on that.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
What the fuck?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
The nurse's
I
office.
know! They could have grabbed
Yep.
some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... Oh, I have no clue. Oh, the chicken! Because we're missing one!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Oh, and they fed the chicken to the
So you're
plant!
saying
Holy
someone
shit!
killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Also true.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat
No,
like
that's
you
true.
normally would?
I think so.
Nope. It's all backwards.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
That too.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Fuck. The suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I mean, technically she's not. She's just trying to find out the truth. It just so happens we're on the other end. I don't understand. Oh. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullets. Okay.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin.
what?
50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
Yep, and that's gonna
I just
implicate me
remembered.
further. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Is Kyoko trying to set us up?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
How are you still alive at this point, man? Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Oh, man. This is a wild trial, that's for sure. Loving it. Disguised dead body, exploded body analysis fragment near the dead body.
The knife we found lodged in the deck.
So, exploded. Once again, that's all the same. Disguised dead body. The murder took place before the sprinklers turned on. The suspect covered the body with a tarp to prevent it from getting wet. And later, they removed the tarp, placed the jacket, and then jacket was already treated with blood to make it look like a corpse had been wearing it. And then it was the explosion fragments. Bits of charred debris should have been noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Yes.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Bam, sad.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Alright, listen. We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It's exploded, and then the exploded half the body. Murder took place. Treated with blood. Make it look like the corpse was really wearing it. I'm assuming it's that, right?
It really is, isn't it?
It's the disguised dead
I
body.
was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before,
Or,
That seals it.
yeah.
Look, just because I had the knife before, that automatically makes me the killer?
well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
I think that's wrong, right? Yep.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
The knife was through it, which could only
the
happen
knife
after.
had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Nope. The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. The only way that's possible, the exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see in the Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
Christ almighty.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I know he's supposed to be comic relief, but he's also here just to make the trials last longer than they need to.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Did she ask you? There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. I don't know why I went down this much further.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
He needs to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Yeah, pretty fucked so far. Monokuma Flower 5.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yes, we shall, but let me read this first. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. Okay. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Also was struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Other wounds, several days old.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh, fuck. I wanted to hit the pink thing.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Fuck!
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the...
It's the head wound, I'm sure. Does it say where the head was? Also struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Covered up other wounds, but it's at least several days old. And dead before the blast. Is this a flashback bullet that I need to use?
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
That was cover up. Oh my god. Which only leaves...
Then shall we...
Well, it has to be the head wound, yes, but the question is as to what contradiction. Dead before the blast, stabbed, struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. It doesn't say what killed her, though, to be fair. So we still don't know. In theory.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her.
So the explosion,
And
no.
it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was
I don't think
evidence
it's...
that showed she was hit on
Fuck.
the back of her head.
That's not why, that's true. Yes, I see. So what I say, what you're saying is, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I know. I figured. I just wanted to try. It's definitely a flashback bullet, I feel. I just don't know where to use it.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure it's this. It wasn't a knife, no.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yeah, that's
And more
true.
than that,
Well,
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
fuck me. I'm actually lost. Knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds were on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves... It's the back of the head, yes. But we don't know the fatal... We don't know if it was fatal. I mean, I would assume so, right?
Shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Yeah.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's this bullet.
According to the
Let me get rid of that.
Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Is it like countless wounds? It can't be that.
Then shall we continue the
I'm
debate?
I'm actually lost, and
The
I...
victim's fatal
Fuck
injury
me.
has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Correct.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Uh-huh.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless
I don't think this
wounds
is it
across
either.
her entire body.
I'm so lost.
Then shall we
I don't think it's a
continue
Monokuma file bullet.
the victim's fatal
I think it's a fatal
has
injury.
yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally...
Well, that wasn't... Oh my god.
Right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file,
Is it really this?
that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the
I
back
feel...
of her head.
No, that's wrong. I think I did that already. I'm fucking up. Holy shit. I'm actually lost. I know there is, obviously,
Then
but...
shall we continue the debate?
Is it the last sentence against Byakuya? I feel like that's wrong. I'm gonna try it, but I don't think that's it. I'm genuinely lost.
And more than that,
That...
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her
No,
entire
that's what I
body.
thought. What do you think? There's some mistake lurking in what I said? No, Byakuya really doesn't say anything wrong. I understand that. I am so lost.
Then shall
The Monokuma File 5. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. Yes. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Victim's identity was unknown. Is it the countless other wounds that killed them? Because... Well, no, the blood's fresh. Well, maybe the blood was fresh because they stabbed the body. But they were dead before the blast. Is that what it is?
the victim's fatal injury has
Is that really what it is?
Well, yeah.
Hold on. So were they dead days before?
That's gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense. It has to be the head wound. I'm actually lost. I'm gonna fucking fail this.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I know that. Uh-huh.
It wasn't because of the knife, right?
No.
There's only
Oh, yeah. According to the money, that's gotta be it.
I feel like I
There
have...
was evidence that showed
No,
she was hit on the
holy
back of
shit.
her
I'm
head.
going to fail this. Oh my god, I'm actually at a fucking loss. People are seeing this and be like, man, you're so fucking dumb. I am. Honestly, I'm so lost right now. What the fuck am I missing? Like, I'm trying to think of it in a way that makes sense when you're trying to hit the contradiction, and I don't see it right now. Yeah, with the metal pipe. Is it really? Hold on.
The victim's fatal. The explosion.
I feel like.
Well,
Hold on.
And it wasn't
Was it because of the knife? Yeah. Go on.
that's gotta be it. There was evidence that
Shows she was hit and more than that.
So
the
then
victim
that.
suffered
Yeah.
countless wounds across her entire body.
Yeah. Is it the first statement? Is it like the second statement that he said?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Oh my god, it really was that simple. I felt like that was. And I just said it too, Bianchi doesn't say any fucking contradictory statements.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
I just didn't think it was incorrect, because it doesn't say in there that was the cause of the injury. It just says that it happened to her. Alright? That's why I was getting confused. It didn't outright declare it. I guess I had to make the connection myself. I don't know what the fuck you want me to say. I'm fucking dumb. There we go. I figured it out. We're good.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
Doesn't really feel like a contradiction, and that's why I didn't want to do that, but whatever.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon is the arrows, if I'm correct.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird. Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right! I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
Don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Bloody duct tape, wood block key, titanium arrows.
The titanium arrow.
Probably because there's no blood on it, right? I would assume. Set of titanium arrows that was found in the dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total. The block decoration was found in Kyoko's room. Looks like they actually opened the locker. And then along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. Duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin. Talk me back to Master! You have no right!
If it was just that titanium arrow, it would have been nearly thick enough, which is why they used all of them, and then they duct taped them together. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
In the dojo, I have no doubt that was.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because in the it said the weapon must have been about as thick as...
Well, before I do this, because I know it's that, this one says it's 10, right? Okay. And then wadded up with it. So it's either the duct tape or the arrows. I'm assuming it's the arrows.
It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Oh,
Master, you have
they made the dialogue super thin too. That's pretty neat. Also, fuck you, game.
In the dojo, I have no doubt.
You sure?
Uh-huh,
It
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh,
said the
uh-huh,
weapon must
uh-huh.
it seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Nope, it's the duct tape. That's what I figured. I figured that makes sense, but I mean, I guess we make the conclusion after the fact that it's like tied together.
No doubt.
You
Uh-huh,
sure?
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
It said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Thank you.
No,
I figured as much, but you know, I wanted to try. I guess I can't keep doing that because I have only so many hearts.
just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
That's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. Must be connected to the dojo locker. Yeah? Key?
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Is it Byakuya? There's no way, right? I
No,
feel like it's too early for that.
It's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she fought the killer off, I'm guessing? She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Yeah, because he probably did it. Because the only person with access to Kyoko's room is him.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker. and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Yep, that's what I figured. Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean she couldn't do that. Like I said. Is it really Byakuya? I feel like it's too early for him to, like, out himself and try to get out. When the body was found. 7 a.m., I wake up, we go to the dining hall, we meet everyone in the gym. Toko's told to find the pickaxe in the garden, where she discovers the body. I don't think this is the bullet we're using.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Yeah, I think I get it now. It's I'm pretty sure it's the proof part.
And then left the locker key
Nope.
in my own room.
That one.
But
There we go.
could I really have done that?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what this is.
I'm not the killer.
This
You
is a
should
proof.
understand- Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yep.
No, it's wrong.
Did Byakuya really fucking do it?
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap that the Mastermind has laid out for us. The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I? The Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Run away? Oh, we pursue the lie. We have to. She told us herself. Oh, she's setting us up for when she dies now that we'll continue. And I think she wants us to, like, make the bold choice that we're willing to do so. I have to pursue the lie.
There's a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
We're going for the truth.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Fuck off. What do I have to do now? Kyoko's account?
I didn't have the key to my room.
And that was... Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
That's true.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
That? Yep.
No, that's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then,
Did I fuck up?
Time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
I just wanted to pursue the truth, man. Did I actually, for real? Did I fuck up? Did I actually fuck up? Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. We got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole crass trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I feel like I didn't mess up because we're proceeding with the game. I don't know what the fuck is happening. This is fucked. Holy shit. This is probably the most fucked up execution. Fucking yikes. Are we gonna see her expression break for, like, the next time? Or for, like, the final time, I guess? It only happened, like, once before, really. Yep. Fuck hell, dude. If there's a bad ending to this game, and that was it, oh, fuck. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusawa came to an end. I still have to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We have obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Oh. What the fuck is this? Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only... This is the bad ending. I got it. Okay. Good to know. I didn't think so, but fucking hell. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. 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 This is hope.
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right, I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Alright, well, there's the game telling me I'm not supposed to. We know that I thought that was the danger, to fucking expose it. I'm sorry. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. I decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Okay, fuck, fine. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
I don't know. She's like, hey, move forward. I did with the truth. And I guess you can't go with the fucking truth for now. I'm sorry.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting
Does that mean
time,
I die?
okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Oh, okay. Thank God. Well, shit.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Do I die now? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Am I supposed to fucking run away? Are you for real? I'm supposed to actually run? Oh, it's the same one. I see. So yeah, bad end again. I'm supposed to actually fucking run. I mean, that makes sense after what he said. He's like, hey, everything's off about this, so I should probably fucking run. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? How am I supposed to know you're supposed to run? Once again, still a fucked up execution. Also, why is he teaching us about that? I feel like it's not needed. Oh my god! What? What? The fuck? Oh! What? Holy shit. Does that mean I just like snap my neck and land and die? Am I still dead? Yo, what the fuck? Uh-huh. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? Must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. Stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell's going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. What the f... The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Are we back at the fucking beginning? Hope's Peak Academy brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends a cream of the crop into this workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a very pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend to attend school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And sitting there at the gates of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It would be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? Wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Yeah. What the fuck is this? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself, and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Well, I made it out. And just to make sure, we're saving on another save slot, because fuck if I know, man. I don't know what the fuck happened. That's a rocket and a tank. I'm gonna not think about it too much. better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Is that a fucking plane? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Might as well. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be easy. Well, I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. Decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Got a crunch. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could that have been? Oh, find out. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretch my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
This place smells awful. Kyoko,
Indeed.
you look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So,
Is it obvious? I'm here to help you. Glad to hear that, Kyoko. Got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and then faced me again.
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead, eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Alright. How'd you get here? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
so
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
you,
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I
I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However,
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
it's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once.
I
So recently, I've forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. A memory that's impossible. Amnesia. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
You remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? We talked about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all
Hey.
that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the Mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the Mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big deal of it yet. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The Mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there's a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because unlike everyone, you were least likely to be the Mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the Mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah, it's just like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even though I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Alright, well. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Yeah, that's pretty much obvious at this point. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
The reason I came to Hope Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. Had to find someone? Who?
so...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. Headmaster? Did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Fucking called it. Watch the last part. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find a headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Yoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
Well, listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. To confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile of that key. Oh, the second floor of the fucking door. I understand where that is now. It's the stairs to the warehouse. I'm so fucking dumb. Jesus Christ, I just got that now. But it's still locked to us currently. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purse was supposed to find the owner of that room. So I went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. But we're getting the lore dump here, so... Of course, we'll take us to the second floor of the dorms. There were no cameras or monitors, which is why I had no idea what's going on in the rest of the building. Has to do with Mukuro Ikusawa, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusawa was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There's a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean last night? During that night? I can hear them, you know. Footsteps of the god of death. Alright, what the fuck are we talking about now? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. What? The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago. Biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair?
See,
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? No one died. Pog. Cool. Not bad. I mean, technically it was 7 question mark, and then they died. Green Island Rocket. Yes, I would like to save. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. That was a lot. Well, that's fucking chapter 5. I'm glad I didn't fuck up. Well, I did. I got the bad ending. But, yeah. Holy shit, that was wild. But with that, that's the end of this part. So, fucking wait till the next part for more. Fucking thank you for watching. Bye.